Welcome to Pajamas Banter, your cozy corner of the day where we sit back, relax, when we talk about real life stories, real life experiences, things that affect the day-to-day person. And I'm your host, George, aka Mr. TITA. And as per usual, I have my co-host with me. To my right, I have the also beautiful, the ever so lovely
Hi,
Chichi
Georgie.
Ella. How you doing, my guy?
I'm well, thank you.
Been a minute.
It's been a minute.
How
Hope
you
you're
been?
doing well. I've been all right, just living one day at a time as a Nigerian.
Yeah. And to my left, I have the one and only Ogbonge Rich in the building. Ogbonge, have fun.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to be back on Pajamas
The
Banter.
headed one.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, because you have to flaunt what is your blessing, right?
Yes.
I believe that this is a blessing to be. God no do a mass mistake. I'm not going to join one of those people that's going to reduce any part of their body or increase any part of
But
their
you
body.
can't even reduce your head if you want to.
People do all sorts of things. Before there was no increment of height. Now there's a hospital somewhere that you can actually add some levels of increment in your height.
No, but I think actually done for.
I'm not done for. I'm not done for. Money nobody does this.
They would have remolded it.
So she say you are done for.
If I must do anything, Sha, is to hair implant. I've always looked forward to doing hair implant. It's quite expensive. I found the price for that. It's quite expensive.
Hope no the deal.
There's hope.
Okay.
Rooney did it now. You don't forget Rooney. Rooney had hair implant.
That is what you
They are selling celebrities in Nigeria.
No, they're actually Nigerians that
for rich in particular, no.
I think
I
it's
say,
that
you try to say, I'm saying, I'm only trying to say,
people will not get money to the vest. Calm down.
Which kind of talk with that one now?
Why would you say that?
Which kind of talk with that one now?
You say you don't get money.
I don't get money to do your implant. Don't be say I don't get money to do it. It's me and you won't marry. I don't get money to
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If you say we marry now, I can pay your bread price. No pass 30 naira. You pass one.
Anyways, today we have a special guest in the house. He's a friend of the house. He's a colleague. He's an all-round charlatan, but we still dey manage him.
But you see, some of us they bold.
No, he has a receding hairline.
Oh goodness.
Just let it go. Let it go.
Well, Vincent in the building. Vincent, welcome on. So how you doing?
Hi, Vincent.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
For sure.
I'm good. I'm jiggy, and aside from my day's job, from being father figure in the society.
Look at this. Look at
Okay,
this.
even a father figure in the society.
So who be this
proud
guy?
man?
Very proud.
See his father figure in the society.
Anyways, today we're going to be talking about something very peculiar. I think it's something that everybody can really relate to. So
Something very stressful.
in fact.
How did we get here?
Stressful.
That's the real
I'm
conversation.
going to talk about the dating culture in Lagos State.
In Nigeria.
Sorry, in Nigeria. Now, to be honest, everybody here is an adult. So at some point in time, we all have different dating experiences. And I want to start from you, Chichi.
Hey!
What has been your dating
Why me?
experience in your adulthood?
Okay. To be honest, I think one of the most prevalent problems I've had in the dating culture is the nonchalance of the male folks.
What do you mean?
It's no longer business as usual.
What do you mean business as
I'm
usual?
getting there. Allow me now. Let me land.
No, the thing where they talk,
Allow me to land. I think
Nobody prepare me.
back in the day, right, we used to know how men. I mean, if you watch Nollywood of back in the day.
Chazuka for time.
Hollywood.
Really?
I'm using Nollywood, but you should know that was their reality as a time.
Chazuka for them. No,
Not even Chazo. I think maybe
Tony Umez.
Tony Umez.
No, Tony
That guy is
Umez
always
it's not a yardstick.
falling flat.
It's not a
Yeah,
yardstick for love, right? I'm just talking about back in the day. You see when men would actively want to know a woman, get to know the woman, even not get to know her. His intentions are always very pure, and if he wants something, if he wants a woman, he will keep going for her. You see our mother say things like, "Your father really chased me. Oh, I was a very fine girl, and he really wanted." You see that the man was very intentional with his need to get to know this person and marry the person. The intentions were also pure as well, But nowadays, it's a battle of wokeness, availability. I think it's too much availability of sex, I would say.
So are you saying that sex was not available back in the day?
I don't think it was as easy as it was. But I mean,
I beg to differ,
I stand to be corrected. I
Right.
can be wrong,
Right.
right? But people would rather, you see people say, "Oh, I married my wife as a virgin. I dated her, dated for like 6 months, 2 years, 3 years. I never touched her. Then I got married." But nowadays, it's no longer the same thing. In fact, nobody's chasing anybody. if they come to you, Mama Mia, I like you, this, that, let's copulate, let's
Let's
vibrate,
introduce our organs to each other.
let's have a genital meet and greet. But you know, let's see how it goes. It's called vibes. Let's just vibe.
Cruise.
You understand? It's a
Vibes.
case of in 2025, the current dating culture for me is let's see how it goes. You know, and from you see someone that, you know, first date is telling you, oh, the girl I dated for 5 years, I slept with her on the first date, so you know, doesn't matter if you give it to me now. If I want to date you, I will date you. And if there's any form of reluctance on your end, Otilo, you move on to the next person. That person becomes a shadow of your past. So it's just more, that's why I'm talking about nonchalancy from the male folks. Nobody's really interested. And it's like I always said, battle of the wokeness again. A man is looking at you like, me, I don't want to do too much so that she will not build me. I don't want to do too much so that maybe she's materialistic. She's materialistic. There's always that. I think people are really influenced by the conversations that go around on Facebook, that on not Facebook, on social media, that it's really hard for them to come out and touch grass. That's the situation for me.
Okay, that's fair enough. You've spoken well. In fact, Vincent, I'd like to hear from you. In your own opinion, what do you think is wrong with the dating culture nowadays?
I think the first thing is feminism. Since the
What is feminism
advent
done
of
again?
since the movement of feminism, I think our life generally has not been the same again. Not just dating in particular. So my dad told me something a while back. He said, you know, he has mercy on boys of my generation and they want my own children to come. Why? Because he said we are doing too much as men today for women that are low quality than our mothers.
Chai.
Balagaja.
Chalaba.
I'm doing more than my father. I have to do more than my father to get a girl that's low in quality than my mother.
What do you mean?
Who is a low quality? Thank you very much for that question.
Yeah, very, very, very good. Now, we all judge quality differently, right? For me, a quality woman, it's first and foremost, your quality is directly tied to your sexuality as a woman. You are sexy, right?
Break that down a bit.
Meaning, it's directly tied to your promiscuity, the number of bodies you accumulate.
That's your body count.
So a virgin woman, for example,
Is a quality woman.
is much more quality than a woman that has been around to say 10 or more body count.
Chai.
Let's say 15 men have actually passed through
Exactly.
our-
So
Wonderful.
of course it's quality. Now going back
Well,
to the point,
do.
because I listened to her attentively and I kept hearing men. And that's one thing women do very well.
They don't take
Deflect
accountability.
responsibility.
No.
The word, I don't think it even exists in the dictionary.
Responsibility.
The word accountability, responsibility, if point them to it, they won't even know what it is.
Oh no, accountability is
Right?
a woman's kryptonite.
Because-
Someone said that.
Because she kept going about men this, men that. But here's the thing.
I'm giving
Men-
my experience as a woman.
Nobody would.
I'm not going to talk about men when I'm a woman, right?
No, but I'm a man, right? But I can see the world from the two lenses. I can tell you, you know, why it is like this for men and why it is for women.
I just
Because I
mentioned
can-
men.
I can
I
view
said
it
the men too are
equally.
a little reluctant because they look at women and some of them can be materialistic.
Anyways,
Yes.
let's
I
even
said
learn.
that.
Let's even learn for a minute.
You
But
did that.
go ahead.
But my point is that, listen, men were doing all this in the past. No one is even arguing that. Of course they were. Men were actively chasing. It was called courtship.
Yes.
The act of like courting a girl actively.
So who cuts a
Wow.
girl in 2025?
Here's my point. I'm going there. Why men don't do because men were doing that for women that they know, okay,
High
in my
quality.
word now, we're high quality, we're chase women, we're virtuous women. You could do that for them. Of course, you know, they deserve your time, they deserve your attention, they deserve your energy, they even deserve your resources. Most importantly, for a man, they deserve my
because she was
resources.
not promiscuous.
But
Yes.
so it's
Because
just like
promiscuity
of
is
course.
yardstick for a decent woman.
Yes, no.
Yes,
I mean,
but-
sexual knowledge is yardstick
of
for
course,
women.
it's very, very important. See, on the totem pole for a man is up there.
So I wonder who are the
Just
bad women, the bad mothers that we have now that were married as virgins. The witches. The wicked
That's
aunties.
a topic.
That's a different conversation.
That's out of context.
We're
We're
talking
not
about-
virtuous
that's
women.
the
We're
elite.
about-
Oh, guys.
We are talking about
Calm down.
intersexual dynamics. here.
Calmate.
That's
Oh.
even going.
And it's so
Anyways,
funny
guys.
that our fathers died early. Most of men died. So we have so many
If you give
widows.
us a minute
that were
or
married
two,
as
you'll be able
virtuous
to-
women.
I think you
Go ahead,
you
go
need to
ahead.
understand where we're coming
ahead.
from, right? We're trying to let you know that this problem is a double-edged sword.
You're not trying to let her know. You're trying to let the world know.
Trying to just let all of us
It's
know
just
from
that
your
this,
own perspective.
this is a double-edged
Yeah.
sword, right? Of course, are there things that men are not doing as compared to before? Yeah,
Of course.
I will agree with you that.
There are a lot of Sims out there
Right?
these days.
There are a lot of men, the low quality men as well, that are out there that believe, okay, the only thing they can offer is money. Meanwhile, money or even financial resources is not the number one thing a man should even offer in a relationship. Do you understand? But my point is,
We'll come back to that,
it
but
falls
go ahead.
back down to the fact that women now are more promiscuous than ever before. Why? Due to, I tie it back to feminism, women's sexual liberation. We are liberated now. You know, we can do anything a man can do. If a man is having 10 body and why shouldn't I also sleep with 10 people? If a man sleeps with, because they think we are all, I'm liberated, I'm free, in quotes. So
Wow.
I think it ties down to the whole, so that's why I mentioned feminism earlier, so that you get the direction I was coming from.
All right, that's interesting. Richie, I'd like to hear from you. What has your dating experience been like, and what has changed?
My dating experience.
Yeah.
My own dating experience. I would say the dating culture in Nigeria right now is quite faulty. You understand? The dating.
Link the two, both the dating culture and use yourself as a point of
so
contact.
using myself as a point of contact, I would say it's quite faulty, and the patience level that our parents used to have is out the window. It's not the way that it used to be before.
I said this a couple of episodes
Yes,
ago.
a couple of episodes ago. Yes, the patience level that used to be there, even from the male perspective, it is. I'm not going to sit here and say the fault falls on women alone, because at the end of the day, men are the ones that lead the world. Even down to dating, men are the ones that actually lead in terms of dating. So it is what the antecedent that they set. That's what the women use, and I think.
Wait, hold on. Somebody say antecedent.
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 I think the dating world, if I'm going to blame men here, the dating world evolved. Women adapted to the evolvement of the dating world, but men did not adapt.
In what sense?
African men did
I
not.
actually think it was men that adapted.
We are no,
African men did not.
Okay, let me can I
Let
pass-
him learn.
let me pass my point. So I'm talking from my own point of view, what I'm saying, which is Africa. This is
POV.
Nigeria, not even Africa, because I don't know what is happening in other African countries. Because I have a cousin that came up from South Africa and he told me how South African men are. And I'm talking about how Nigerian men are, because these are the people that I see. You understand? Then maybe we will not talk about what's happening in movies, because I've not traveled to any Igbo country before. I'm talking about how Nigerian men are. A lot of the Nigerian men that we have in our current world right now, the ones that I'm seeing, did not evolve compared to the women. Okay, the women adapted in terms of their demands of what they expect from a man if they want to go into a relationship with a man. In as much as we say, there's a lot, but the men did not adapt.
I'm still trying to get that
Yeah, the
adaptation.
adaptation.
The adaptation. So let me go.
Break it down a little bit.
Our mothers back in the days took everything that our father threw at them, in terms of they stay in the home, calm, collected, and relaxed, reserved.
Was that correct though?
To a certain extent, it was correct. To a certain extent, there's a particular person that I fought with my from, like for instance, like my mom, for instance. Now, there was one time we had a conversation where I said my mother abandoned her dreams just because of the fact that she wanted to be there to push my father's dream. But when my father died, she started from ground zero. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the women evolved in terms of their demands. When the men instead of evolving, the men now believe that the only way they can actually have a woman is to throw money around, automatically affecting the people that don't have money. So you now have a situation whereby a woman that her taste is so high will meet a guy that is of high quality. I'm not talking about a rich guy, of high quality, but she cannot be with that guy because he doesn't have the money.
What makes him high quality?
I'll tell you.
The man that's high quality.
Strength of character.
Sorry. Let me just. So what makes the man high quality? His behavior, like you said, strength of character. If I can pick that, his strength of his character, how he treats the woman, how he
Treats other people.
how he treats other people. You
Do
understand?
those things
There is
really
more-
count
there-
in
A protector.
2025?
Yes.
In 2025, it counts.
It does actually.
In fact, I am because you said I should speak from my point of view. I am extremely big on having a wonderful personality, a wonderful character, big on not being abusive in this 2025 as against just having money in my pocket. Because I've seen a lot of people that are extremely rich with shitty characters. Men, I'm talking about men. You will see them with shitty characters. Their partners are only tolerating them because of the money that they have.
So hold on. It
Yes.
then begs the question.
Yes.
if I have money with a shitty character,
Yes.
and you are an average guy with those fantastic qualities,
Excellent.
do you not think that I have access to more women than you do?
You having
Yes.
access to more women than I do.
Yes.
Only shows that you are promiscuous.
No,
Honestly.
no.
No,
Let me
I think that's about value.
as a woman, let me
I think-
answer.
Answer from a
as
woman's
woman, let me
perspective.
answer you. If you have a shitty character and you have money, yes, you attract women. But guess the kind of women you attract? You attract empty women.
Exactly.
How so?
And the truth is, we have a lot of empty women in the society.
A lot.
Women that they have beautiful shapes, but inside there is nothing there. There is no personality. There is no attitude.
Do you think
They
that
have
a man
nothing to
with
offer you.
resources-
Now, if a man is empty people attract empty people.
Exactly.
If you are a woman that you have there's a word I'm looking for now. You have substance.
Yes.
You have something more to give. Even with your money, and I'm having a conversation with you, 2-3 times of meeting up with you, and I know you, I cannot stand in the same room.
That
with
is you. You are a major minority.
Now, it's
No,
not.
she's not.
I'm not
She
a
is,
major.
she is.
You are a
I'm not-
major minority.
So, another thing again that I would
She's a
say
minority.
has also changed the trajectory, just to answer your question, is poverty.
The poverty
The
state.
poverty level in Nigeria is crazy.
139 million Nigerians.
The economy
are
is
living
bad.
dimensional poverty.
So a lot of people get into relationships survival mode.
And funny enough, I think
So
it's
if
not only
a rich
Nigeria.
man with a shitty attitude, you will get a girl who is in survival mode.
Yes.
If I'm not hungry, why would you insult me because you are giving me money? Both you and
It's
your
not a matter of insult.
I
I'm talking
think,
about access.
You see, the
Hello?
truth is, some of these girls are insulted, but they would rather stay there because that is how they survive. If that relationship is not there, they are not going to survive.
No. So that I think you're taking what I said out of context. Now, survival mode, yes, is there.
You will have accessibility to women.
Like you might have the best
However,
character, but see, at the end of the day, somebody said earlier on that men are success beings, right?
Yeah.
The value of a man is judged in his level of success,
The
whether
amount
you
of money,
like
right.
it or not.
But in response
Apart
to
from
that-
your character as a man, the most important thing, for instance, if you go to meet a girl's family now in courtship, when even back in the day, although the measure now we're calling it money, but then when you go to meet or seek a woman's hand in marriage, the first thing that is asked of you is, can you provide for her?
Exactly.
And that is tied down to your resources. For those who are in the village,
But the response to that-
no, hold on, let me land. As a farmer, what kind of produce do you make? When
many
you go and
acres of
how many
farmland
acres
do
of
you have?
farmland do you have?
How many
It's
cattle
still
are you
tied down
rearing?
to resources and your success.
The
But the
center of
mistake
it.
a lot of men are making is that success is relative.
No, please.
So do you mean-
Success is not
so
related.
Back in the days,
Success is
back in the days they were
Sorry,
talking
like-
about. Back in the days we were talking about when they say, can you take care of the woman? That was when the women were not even allowed to work. Now these women are making their own money. I'm talking about women evolving now.
It's
They're
still-
making
it's
their
still
own money.
applicable.
How is the
It's
man
still-
adapting?
it's still applicable.
Because now you
It's
don't have a woman that is successful, but men are scared of that woman because they believe that the woman is going to compete.
I don't think so. Okay, let me
A successful man
let me
does not
answer,
care
let me
about
answer your
success.
question
Okay.
Go
directly.
ahead. Go ahead.
I'll answer your question directly. I think all these are just like dancing around the bush. It looks like socialism. Sounds good on paper. Doesn't really work in real life. The truth is, men are success objects. The men with the most resources in society always get the most women. That is just character be damned.
I swear.
Character be damned. That
Nobody
is
cares
the
about your
point.
character.
We are looking at
Yes, he
we are looking
will.
at the ontology of even a woman as a female species. They are drawn to people that can give them resource. Why?
But it's not just
just for
women.
themselves alone. Listen.
It's not just women.
Listen,
hold on,
A
let him
successful man
land.
will attract both men and women.
No.
Hold on, let him
See,
land.
and we're talking about dating
Yes.
and in relationship wise right
Okay.
now. So men with resources in society always pull the most women. Why? And women are wired. Now, that's why I can't sit down and call any woman a gold digger. Even though maybe she leaves me and go for a guy that has more resources
Better.
than me. Why? Because I know it's in our ontology.
Innate nature.
Right? They always seek to get the next man with the more resources. Not just for them alone, please. It's not even selfish.
That's why Queen
It's
Sheba
also
went for
for
Solomon.
it's also for their children,
Their
especially
offspring.
for their offspring. Security is very important. It's top on the ladder for women. It should even be more than, oh, I love this man. You understand? That's why women are very bad in choices
My mother
now.
said that to
Relationship
me.
choices.
My mother said
they are
that to
terrible
me.
now. Why?
Yeah.
Because they place value on the things that are not important.
Exactly.
The ability of a man, not just to provide for you, but for your offspring. Is essential. It should be top and priority. So please, if shitty character or no shitty character, that's secondary.
No, away from
the
that.
man with the resources will always put the best and the most beautiful women in the world.
But just
that
to
is how it
piggyback
is.
up what you're saying, yes, you attract women. And he said it's the ontology of a woman that, yes, you attract a successful man. When I was growing up, yes, my mother said it, that no matter how a man says that he loves you, he should be able to provide for you. But the key note is, yes, provision is important. And that's why I said success is relative. Right? The success of Cristiano Ronaldo is not the same success as Davido. It's not the same success as, it's not the same success as a guy now who just bought a Benz, now who just got a promotion in his office. It's not the same. Success is relative.
But it's not the
Some
same
people, they
umbrella
are
of success.
wealthy.
Yeah, under the same
Some people,
umbrella.
they are,
There's an umbrella of success.
See,
no,
I must not be
They
as
are-
rich as Davido before I'm
Exactly.
successful.
So success, that's why when...
But the man that has more than you will collect the woman more than
Well,
Yes.
No, that is why I have...
If my woman
that
leaves
is
me
why I
and go
have-
for Davido tomorrow, even the current woman I'm with leaves me today and go for a Davido tomorrow.
go
Trust me,
next
no
now.
qualms.
That is why I have a problem.
I have no problem with
So
it.
that is
There's
why...
an issue somewhere.
No, you
There's
know
an
why?
issue.
You know why?
There's an
Somewhere.
issue because the truth is, I was talking about provision. When our mothers and our fathers were talking about, can you be able to provide? They are looking at consistent provision. Not that, okay,
The
you have
basics.
to be
The
extremely
basics.
rich.
Yeah, I
Can you
understand.
provide
The
for you
basics.
for the person that you're married and children?
Your
if they
nuclear
come your
family.
way? We don't want the situation whereby the wife will have a child and trying to pay hospital bill. Your wife is giving birth through CS. They say the hospital bill is 2 million naira. You are waiting for a church to come and contribute for you to
No,
take your wife out of the hospital.
must be a
That is the
charlatan.
problem, right? That is the problem. There's this lady I follow on Instagram. I think her name is Agunwa001. So many women are stuck in hospitals.
Agunwa, yeah.
Yes, Agunwa, you know her, Sylvia. So many women are stuck in hospitals, and the husbands cannot provide money to take them. There was a woman that was in hospital for like 3 weeks.
That's because you know what I said.
Poverty.
No.
You can't dissociate
when
that
you-
from the general
So when you
well-being
see
of the
situations
country.
like
Yeah.
that, you see
What
a
is
lot of
our
women that
minimum
watch that.
wage?
Yeah.
You see a lot of women that
You can't
watch
dissociate that
You see a lot of
provision
women that watch that.
from that.
And they're like, God forbid. See, that's why I don't want to marry a man that is poor. See why I don't want to marry a man that is poor.
Man, the rich ones, they cannot go round. They can't even go.
So now,
You're
so
living in a
I-
country-
so-
you're living in
so
a
hold on,
country
hold
where
on.
90%
I want us to
are living in
reset.
poverty.
Exactly.
I want us
It's
to
not
reset.
10% that are
What I'm
wealthy.
saying, we
That
just
they have
increased
well without.
our minimum
Guys,
wage
hold
to
on.
70K.
I want us to
It is not
reset.
still enough.
I want us
I'm
to
saying,
reset. I want us to
Is
reset.
that not like a bag of rice or something?
And I want us to reset
More
for a
than-
bit.
bag of rice is more than-
When it comes to
you saying?
dating as a culture, right? I think we have sort of digressed
Into
a bit.
marriage now.
Yes. So now we really want to talk about the culture in itself. That is to say, this thing that you're talking about, people chasing or leading first with money, or women monetizing the relationship and things like that. Because to even date normally right now, you hear things like, oh, I can't go out with the guy that cannot buy me a shoe and a bag on the first date.
No, that's silly.
Well,
That's silly. That's why I say poverty. You're a poor
it has
woman.
become a culture.
You're a poor
Faulty society.
woman.
Faulty society.
Faulty
I-
society.
Do you understand? And these are
Should
the
I be
things.
honest? You see the women that talk about show and bag on the first date, they are poor.
So I've
They
Hold on,
are
hold on,
poor.
hold on.
Where the-
So now, so hold on now.
It's not necessarily poverty
I'm talking about
it's poverty of the mind.
mindset.
Yeah, poverty of the
Exactly.
mind.
Hold on, so
Hold on.
I want to hold on, guys. I want to go round and ask you, what's the weirdest take you've heard from a dating perspective? Ella, I'll start with you.
I think the weirdest take I've ever heard from a dating perspective is, God forgive me, please, I don't want to be judged for this. A lady who doesn't know how to drive and doesn't own a car says she cannot date somebody that doesn't own a car. I think that's very foolish.
Bullseye.
You don't know how to drive. If they give you a car right now, you can't drive to save your life. You've never owned a car. You've never priced a car in the market. And you're out here dictating the kind of man. And then not just the car, they have a specific year. Yes. 2016,
Sorry, oh, it's
What's the
2017.
dating model?
You know, there's this involve me challenge that is training. There was one involve me challenge that was training.
Those are
Involve
carry
me,
last.
involve me when they drive AMG 2018. Do you know how much is AMG 2018? You are living in a shared apartment in Ikota. Shared apartment 700,000. And you are saying
And you have to call a guy
you when
to
they
pay
drive 2018 AMG.
It's not as if
Do
you
you
pay
know
it
how much is
yourself.
an AMG 20? Do you know how much is Corolla? Corolla 2005.
No, Keke now 4 million.
No. Corolla 2005.
Yes, to the
Nigerian youth.
ordinary, to the man in the street,
Nigerian
keke.
youth. So it's
You relate more.
I actually heard that and I was taken aback. I was like,
No.
are you serious?
They
Okada.
You have, I understand that yes, our parents taught us to date up. But at this point, you are reaching. you are reaching.
That's not dating up. That's a Fanta babe looking for champagne treatment.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's like the weirdest thing I've heard.
Yes, now. Is a Zobo babe looking for cocktail
actually
treatment.
never been with anybody that said, oh, you need to buy me shoe and bag for the first date. Please get out. You don't know where Banogu Market is. If you don't even know what to buy, go and buy trick 2 years. Go to Aja Market and select clothes. Don't get me.
He's okay. Vincent, what's the
So that's
weirdest?
about-
What's the weirdest thing you've heard?
I think I have to let me piggyback a bit and agree with my
Your
Ogbonge
learned
guy
colleague.
Ogbonge Rich.
Ogbonge, the headed
When he
one.
said the problem still primarily falls down to men. To be honest with you, I think men are, by and large, the
Facilitators.
the author of all this, because a woman can want even a Lamborghini as a requirement.
How do you know?
But who encourages that? Because for me, that's bad behavior.
But if you're dating a girl,
That's
you buy
bad
her a Lambo.
behavior.
You
No,
look
no.
for your material now.
No, listen, of course, if
You don't want to
but
understand
you don't want to
truth
get the
that some ladies
you are going for a
long
date,
truth.
asking on
Oh.
a first time date. Do you understand? And it's okay. Someone must have these prerequisites before I can even accept.
And maybe she has standards.
Please, let's
Bullshit.
even, don't even.
And some men
let's not do
genuinely
that.
want to spoil their women.
Let's not do that.
What do you mean?
Let's not.
It might be standards,
So-
They are average as fuck.
Are you
Yeah,
blaming?
people are
Are you?
but they are
Are
creating
you for
standards
real?
for themselves.
No, that's illusion.
That's some
That's
bullshit.
delusional.
I don't fault
That's
men
illusion.
that spoil their babes. The problem is that after spoiling their babes and the relationship does not work out, that babe will take that same.
Yardstick.
That is why we
yardstick
also
to
fault them.
another
You know why?
person.
You know why we fault them.
So-
you know why? Because some guys will tell you, "It's my money, I can." But here's the
Do with that
because
information
I
what
have
you
someone that he happened to, and we have to disband him from like the friend group. Why? Because first off, being in a girl's DM for 2 years.
Wow.
That's like you should actually be
Like, you
checked
should be
in.
beaten up.
You should be
But
checked
if
into
it
a
was
mental
in a
institution.
marriage story, will you not say, oh,
Please, please, it
I beg
doesn't
you,
even matter
leave
the
that
one.
one. You can be
Please,
my
all
girl
these
for
ones,
2
these are
years.
like,
I'll be
your
your
Hollywood,
bitch behavior.
Nollywood kind of like romantic happy
saying
ending.
Why
Don't
is
be
the
that.
girl staying
Please.
for 2 years?
Please.
What did you find?
First off,
If he has
Nah,
a
Buddha ultimate
conviction,
search.
if he
That
has
is-
a conviction
see,
that
Now,
guy.
Buddha ultimate search.
See,
Which
if he's
conviction?
If
The guy is not valuable enough.
a decent
My-
looking girl and he has a
No.
conviction to date her and marry
Please,
her.
please.
That's not a problem. My problem is being in the jail of all those girls that are always shaking their, on Instagram. I will have a
That's
problem.
confirmation.
let me just round
Go
up.
ahead, go
Because
ahead.
my personal motto is actually beat up all sims.
Thank you, sir.
Because I
But
think
let your
sims
brother
are
have.
the foundation of everything.
Yes,
Simping guys are simp.
Aish.
They are the foundation of this problem, the author
Yeah,
and
correct.
finisher of everything. Now, when a girl
simp.
you've been in a DM asking, she replies you at her convenience.
Yes, after 2
Then
weeks.
she eventually, probably when she has gotten out of a relationship that didn't all go well for her, she eventually wants to, okay, let me just have
Let me
mercy
have
on you,
mercy on you.
And she's making demands that, oh, you have to get me a dress, you have to get me a
A
new wig,
chauffeur.
and you have to come and pick me up, blah, blah. And you do that as a guy? No, I think that's the foundation of everything.
That's
men
Why can't
encouraging
you do
this
that
kind
as
of.
a guy?
Why should you do that as a guy?
Why can't you?
You are,
Why-
so,
why-
okay,
why-
I
why-
will tell you
why-
why. We'll tell you
No,
why it's
you cannot
dangerous.
start a relationship.
We'll tell you why. We'll tell you why it's.
Why?
We'll tell you why it's
Tell
not
me
good. Why? Because I can bet you she hasn't had that kind of treatment ever before. For guys that she likes, that standard is not there for guys that she likes. First off, if she really likes you as a guy, she will even keep you in the DM for 2 years.
First,
Number one.
first.
For guys that she
So
likes,
to cheat on her
for
boyfriend
guys,
for you? You said she was in a
For guys
relationship.
that
That's why
she
she's not
likes.
respond for 2 years now.
In fact, as if you're in a
She's even
relationship
being
and
loyal.
entertaining conversation
She's
with
a
another
loyal
person,
girl.
you are.
The truth of the matter is that as a man, if you are in someone's DM for 2 years, you don't have game.
you actually no,
You are-
as
you are-
aside-
as a guy,
aside
you don't
Not
have
all
game.
men have
aside
game.
aside even
You
having
don't
game,
have game.
Men have
aside having
game.
What are you doing in someone's
you
DM
are
for
like
2 years?
that's like the most.
Not all men have game.
This-
No, of course,
No,
most men
you
don't
should-
even have game.
Most
So,
men don't have
so that's
game.
the reason why I usually push for men. A man should not move as a single entity. He should belong to a clan.
Exactly.
Men are supposed to belong to clans because the
No,
clans
it
are-
disgraces our clan,
So,
and we have
the
to
clan
kick
is
him
what
out, to
sharpens
be
you.
honest with you. That was
The
an
clan-
embarrassment.
The clan is what
Oh,
sharpens
no.
you to become a better man.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
understand? It sharpens you to become.
Who be? Sorry, where is the
Okay.
clan group in Lagos?
Because you
State?
can't move with somebody like me and my clan and you exhibit such
Who
behavior.
be your clan?
That's like the height of it. Like, George,
so-
see your guy.
Eh,
So
your
guy-
guy they do.
So the thing
That's
is that
like an embarrassment.
You should
I mean, Richie, what's the weirdest thing you've heard? I beg.
No,
Let's
no, I
not-
still just want to talk about this clan thing. I just need to drop that point.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So, as men out there, you are a man and out there, please, you need to belong to a community of men So to
But
sharpen,
you've never seen a community of foolish men.
you said?
You're always going back to. You always want to go to like the worst case scenario.
So
Why not
Have you
look
not
at the
seen
bright side?
5 fools pulling
Exactly.
together?
Why do you always want to
have
like
you not
go to
seen a
the
group
worst
of
case
fools?
scenario?
I'm not.
Even
They're
the
in
women,
major
we have
minority.
a group of women that are foolish.
No,
So-
but why always go to the worst case scenario?
So
Go ahead.
So I can still go back to what I'm saying. You should, as a man, you are out there. You have to belong to a clan. Like you said, talking about fools and all that, you need to constantly sit down to reset and reassess the kind of people, the people that you're hanging around with, to actually know if you guys are actually moving forward. But part of the things that your clan will do for you, sharpen your skill set in terms of finance, sharpen your skill set in terms of even meeting people. Like I belong to some group of friends that almost all of them are all married now. I feel some type of way that I'm
never
not
married.
married. That's okay. Why am I not married?
Next year.
And what am I doing wrong?
Next year.
You understand? That's what I say next year.
Incoming.
What am I doing? It's not incoming. It's like, what am I doing wrong? I check myself. In terms of
Centers you.
then in terms of take as an individual and all that, one of the weirdest take that I've seen is as far as you're in a relationship with me, you have to put me on monthly salary.
Child.
That's
How did
Am I your employer?
you deserve some handshake for this?
I'm not trying to
drink
dive into this,
some.
but you
Please,
can clearly
drink-
tell
get a
those that are not a
Yeah, 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 yeah. As far as I'm in a relationship with you, you have to put me on monthly salary. You now ask the person, okay, the monthly, that's telling you the level of poverty, the
Drop
level
your
of
CV now.
laziness, the level of laziness.
drop your
that happens in our
CV.
Let me
society.
employ you.
You will
That's
just
fine.
know. You will just know from the beginning that this particular.
So when I
person
say jump, you say how high?
yeah, so you would know from the beginning that this particular person is not meant to be with you in a relationship. Some people do it. Some men that's talking about the same culture. Some men
that is-
you just get into a relationship.
people we need to
The next
pick up.
thing you're already giving this lady money
Relationship.
and all that.
Before,
you,
sef.
you understand? So you hear stuff like a man that is, let's say you are receiving 500,000 naira, then you now decide to quiz the girl's mentality. So what's the amount of salary you're talking about? She'll tell you 200,000. I'm like,
That's terrible.
And this person don't get work.
like this person doesn't have anything.
No,
to
but
do.
please, she's a woman and more.
Oh,
Okay,
but she know they work for ma and more.
Exactly.
She's a queen and more.
It's quite a very weird take that I've heard it. It's not more than once. I've heard it like 3 times. So
You want princess treatment, but you're not from a royal family.
But you know, back in the day, the dating culture back in the
Okay.
day, yeah, men used to pay school fees for their
See, when you always go
for
to
their
the
girlfriends.
back in the days, so you
For the girls that they are dating.
virtuous
always go
girls.
to the back
You
in
will
the
see
day.
men.
They pull it from the two
No,
angles.
the dating culture now is
Yeah,
but the
bad,
dating-
right? So, but back then it wasn't that bad.
back in the
They
day,
used
because
to raise
women were
women.
grounded.
Women have
They
spoiled
used
it
to pay
up now.
school
back in the
fees.
days, you know where
How
you're
come
headed.
now it's a problem?
So
It's
now
very
then,
good.
when you
See.
pay school fees for your then somebody who is
You are
then
betrothed.
you are betrothed to somebody.
You're
Some of them
betrothed
are
to
not
somebody.
betrothed though.
This-
Some of them is just a girl that I like.
Okay, so they do you know
Okay.
that? Do you know that
And they were
currently?
doing it.
do you
They
know-
were doing it because they knew that before you even go to that extent, you would have spoken to the girl's family.
No,
You would have spoken to her
Some of them
father.
don't
No,
do
the
that.
family
just have to pay
has
school
like
fees.
90% of the decision.
Now, what
The
for
decision
you?
doesn't
What
even
for you?
lie in the hands of the girl.
Pants, bra.
No, yes.
No, those are the
Slippers,
Simpsons.
shoe.
Those their time now.
So-
Okay,
It's just like saying, oh,
They are still
chivalry and all that. I used to tell people, look, chivalry is dead, and women killed it.
Yeah.
But please, you can't expect us to behave like 1960 men
Or
in
1970.
2025 when you are behaving like a modern woman. You are not behaving like a 1960 woman. What? Is that a fair deal?
It's
on any
not.
account? Do you understand my point?
Exactly.
You want to
If you are going to evolve
Yeah, you
with the
always-
times,
yeah.
you cannot make requests from
from
yesterday.
way back. Because that is it. It has gone. To be honest with you, the world has evolved, whether we like it or not. And we're in a
course.
different place now. And we all need to like adapt to the situation we find ourselves now. So I have no problem, with a woman can even want a private jet for the first. I have no problem with women want. But the only problem I have is when what you are requesting for you yourself as a person, you are not even, you can't even match that. One tenth of that.
You can't
Ever, even your generation combined.
I've heard a
Your
line.
generation combined.
I've heard a line. I cannot date
Down to the
pedestrians.
5th generation.
I cannot date pedestrians.
What
And you're
does
walking.
that mean? What does that mean?
Yeah, like people that
People are
use
walking on the road
Legacy's
now.
Benz.
A lady's like,
That's a car.
yes,
category.
I cannot date pedestrians.
Legacy's Benz.
Oh, hold on. I saw something on Instagram the other day. This girl posted a picture. She was in inside a keke. Like say guy, they asked her for a number. She now snapped the picture and said, "How can you be in the keke with a girl?"
I saw it as well. I saw it too. Yeah.
I'm like, hold on, you are in the keke, oh.
That's broke.
Do you know that?
When
When you're done, I want to pass this. Do you know that currently in Lagos State now, for instance, now, there is a craze that is going on at the moment in Lagos Island specifically.
Girls, people don't come.
Girls, no, it's not a matter of mainland.
So
No, serious.
No,
No, it's
just
not a
be
matter of
right, just be
mainland.
right.
So it's not even about
I
mainland.
know.
I'm talking about even in Lagos. I'm talking about even in Lagos.
Ore.
Do you know that girls shuffle between dating apps and get at least 6 to 7 guys, and every day these guys handle
Bills.
dating bills upon that and all these things. It's, in fact, they don't even open for them.
Fine
Fine
dining.
dining.
Fine dining each day.
Fine dining.
One date per day.
Tell
And
me.
a fine diner.
My bro, tell me when this girl
Yeah,
wanted to see
son.
man which she go fall in love with.
Exactly.
Tell me the time.
Wait.
Tell me
Oh my
the time.
God.
Run that again.
That's the thing. They're not allowing me pass the thing, so it will not enter.
It's only
Say, run it again.
I say, girls in Lagos now.
On the island.
In
It's
Lagos,
not
bro,
even
so, because I use dating apps. That's the thing. You know, we're talking about dating culture here.
Okay.
I use True Flutter.
Which one be true flutter again?
There's an app called True Flutter.
This
There's,
you're not.
there's Bumble.
yeah.
There's Bumble.
And this I know Bumble.
There's what is
Tinder.
Bado, Tinder.
Yes, Bado.
Yes, Bado, Tinder. I use this now
the ones that
because
started-
to tell you how.
Bado in 2025.
But that's like the.
You see the
There's
That's
even
like
this new one.
Blackberry, yes.
There's even this new one that Don Jazzy is part of, Bambi. Don Jazzy is the one that said Don
I heard about that
Jazzy
one.
is the grandmaster of singlehood, and he decided to come up with an application. Yes. So back at it, they're talking about the dating apps. So you see them moving around these applications, looking for people to actually feed them. Now feeding, you understand?
That's the poverty.
Yeah. So that it is
Poverty
annoying. So
alleviation program.
where does this person want to see love?
Poverty
So at the end of the day, you will find it. They will not be finding it difficult to actually see that thing called love. Yeah, how you want to see the love if you keep on moving from app to app? They have they don't have more than that. I've had a friend that came from Germany, and we were having a conversation. We were not conversation. We were in Farm City. A girl came to see him at Farm City.
That's where you call
Yes.
the den of fishes.
A girl
The hub of the agricultural sector.
a girl came to see him at Farm City. Farm City, if you want to eat a pot of food, a plate of swallow in that place, they give you a pot of soup. You understand? A pot of soup. Now they put for table. Baba, this girl chop, collect takeaway.
Hey.
She chop finish.
Aish.
So so if you are done eating, they're supposed to give you the food. You take away.
Yeah.
Because if you still want another food, which you want to carry go out. And
Hey.
from my friend's mouth, he said,
that.
they say they do this for Nigeria.
She has 3 friends.
You see, the
or more
night
that
tell us
waiting
say,
on her.
he just told her that if you cannot eat this food that you are eating here, if you cannot take this one that we just finished to take away, the next one that's coming, you are paying.
You pay for it.
And that boy, you don't get anything. You get humble.
we allow
I
that.
was laughing inside my
That's the
chest. I was
problem.
like,
No,
see behavior.
no.
Even come
I just want to give her a
to
treat.
go chop swallow. Even go chop swallow. Full swallow. Maybe
No,
say,
that's actually
Since
that's
you
why I
allow
said
that kind of bad
no, that is
behavior
why I
to
said
go.
the economy
Bad
right,
behavior.
also has aided this kind of thing.
Exactly.
Dating is
Economy
almost-
matter.
it is.
That lady, see that lady that is. I don't know the lady from
Adam.
but that lady has food to eat.
She does
Morning.
not.
No,
I swear to
she has
you.
what to eat.
As a girl telling you.
She has.
I'm telling you.
She's not going on the street
not all of
hungry.
them.
Are you for real?
Don't just judge for all of them.
She-
Like we already say, you're
Some of
debating
them don't
She
have
has food to
that
eat.
particular type of
She
food
has.
that has that meat.
So is that a
That
particular
has that
type?
So you have not specified.
I'm
That's
not
why it's
talking
not
about-
poverty.
I'm not talking about the Ajah market meat 2K.
No.
I'm talking about
You
huge
see,
chunks
that's
of
why
meat.
it's not poverty though. Because
So-
go to the hinterlands of
True.
go to the hinterlands of Ajegunle. That's where you can find real poverty. It's not somebody that
Poverty
I
is
want
everywhere.
shrimps and I want this. Or I don't want to eat. I'm tired of eating. No, that's not
You see
poverty.
those creamy
Please,
pasta,
let's not even do
seafood
that.
creamy pasta,
That's not
seafood tomato
poverty.
pasta. They cannot make it in the house
But
because they
that's
don't
not
even know where they
poverty.
sell
Does
that.
not mean
They
you
don't
cannot-
sell
Does not
seafood.
mean they are not
cannot eat.
eating. That's That's not poverty.
You want creamy
It's
pasta,
long throat.
Not from
but because you cannot afford
Now,
creamy
now,
pasta,
Why you say
poverty.
Nah, long
the
throat.
poverty
Truth,
now?
my doctor, no be poverty.
Now, poverty be that.
Poverty,
You can't afford 3 square
Poverty is
meal,
relative.
but they can afford it.
Poverty is relative.
Now, long truth, the warrior.
You know how person go there
Person is not
abroad.
poor.
You know how person go there abroad, order Chick-fil-A, order this one, order
I don't even do
How many
certain
people
way
are
say,
just
I don't even do
order
certain way
KFC?
say 2 girls they talk about that they want to go chop my money. If you reach there, order.
Please, let's not. Poverty is like
so
maths that we use
there's
to max
poverty.
everything.
See, there's
It's not
poverty.
poverty.
And there's poverty mentality.
And then there's poverty
at all.
mentality.
Yeah, you can say they are mentally. They are
Do you
poor.
understand?
There are some
You
people
can
that
say
also
that.
grew up poor, that when they eventually even get to that level of a certain comfort, they still have that mentality of let me keep eating. Let me eat. There's
Do you
some people that
understand?
They eat because when they were growing
There's
up,
some more that are
when they
inside
were growing
plenty,
up,
but
they
they grew up in lack.
No,
Beggy.
I
They
used to-
grew up in
I
lack.
used to- I used to-
I have to tell a girl that I'm a salary earner, a monthly salary earner. I have to tell her because every 1 week there's a problem that she's asking about. If
There is.
something happen for a year, something will happen for a year. And I have to tell her, say, see, I can't be giving you money. Even my grandmother, they wait for month end. My grandmother, they wait till month end.
My mother.
You want to collect money
My-
every week. Every week I should send you. So the thing is that she get cut, but she cut my cloth, she cut my own according to her size.
Oh
Everybody
my
gets size.
goodness.
Everybody
Well,
gets size.
I know you guys are there calling out girls,
No,
talking about
we're not
sex.
calling out.
But I'm talking about like even in dating, even for the serious girls, right? Even for the girls that are genuinely decent.
Yes.
Let me use your yardstick now.
Virtuous.
Decent, virtuous
Virtuous
girls.
woman.
They find it hard to
Yeah,
even
yeah,
meet
yeah.
somebody,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
man that has his life together.
Because the dating culture is
See,
damaged.
Do you know what is worse?
Exactly.
It's
Do you
extremely
know what is
damaged. So
worse?
it's going to be
Do
hard
you know
to
what is actually worse than being cheated on or heartbroken? Being heartbroken by a man who is even poor. That is even worse.
You look at look
It's
at.
still-
I'm
you're not
sorry.
gonna go back to
Please,
money now.
please, you
Sorry.
I'm
just
sorry.
You're not gonna go back to
you
money
are
now.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you
you are resurrecting something now that I don't want to go
I'm
there.
coming somewhere.
You are
I'm
just
getting
trying to
there.
resurrect
I'm
something
getting
now.
there. What is, like I said, what is worse than heartbreak? Heartbreak from a man who is poor.
Okay.
Imagine now you are a girl, decent girl, getting your life together, everything is going on well with you. You now say, okay, I'm not materialistic, I just want to go for a very decent guy who is still trying to build. You now join him to do Bob the Builder. And then while you're doing the Bob the Builder thing, this man now ends up still tearing your heart from where it is and he will wreck it. So men will even drain your own finances too. Because you are even trying to stay with
Those
him.
ones do.
And he did. The truth
They
is say he did.
I'm not saying they don't
Now,
exist.
the problem as a woman
They
that
are.
I've noticed with men is that even as a woman that you are trying to be that virtuous woman that you talked about, being about your job, being about your business, you see men coming around with bare minimum.
Being about your
Bare
job,
minimum.
being
What
about
do you
your
mean by
job
bare
doesn't make you
minimum?
more, making me doesn't
Why,
make you
See,
better.
okay,
why
please.
is it? Why am I in 2025? Why am I seeing a man who is still saying, "Come to my house"?
Where do you want to
Okay.
go?
First dates, come to my house. You don't know where we dey go. Who check for like me? Who just dey check for like me? If you
Yeah,
don't know where we
because
wan go.
see, here's the thing.
You are there in
These
your
are
house.
ripple
You're telling me,
effects of-
you're telling me, what are you doing? I'm home. We've not seen before. Do you want to come to mine? Excuse me.
Well,
There are
What do you have in your house? I don't have in my
Probably it
house.
depends on how comfortable the man was with you in
Yeah,
the conversation.
exactly.
For him to tell
It
you
doesn't
that.
matter.
There are even explanations to this.
doesn't matter. I don't want to hear it.
Let's
You can
because
actually-
I don't agree with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
There's always
Yeah.
see. I'm trying to tell you that
can provide you an
there's very minimum,
explanation
and the
if you
truth
want
is that as a lady, it's okay to have standards.
That's how it is for a man. It's
Even
okay
as
to have
a man
standards.
to have
Your standards,
Men
as a
don't have
man,
standards.
your
Women
standards should be very high.
So,
Yeah.
No,
so
men
It should be high because men they follow
No,
the
please.
storm
the
of the
truth is
earth.
that
please.
if a man has standards, he
Ramate.
should chase a woman that also has standards, and so they should meet their standards together.
Exactly.
As I am now, as a lady, you're telling me I should come to your house. What do you have in your house? I don't have in my house. Every single thing you have in your house, I have it in my
I'm
house.
not calling you to come to my house. Come
No,
on.
but
They are
then
calling
you say, man,
they are calling
who
you for
say-
a better time, for the experience.
A better time.
The experience. You don't have the experience at your house.
Which experience?
Never have it.
You can never have it at your house.
Oh God.
Please, that's the problem. You think you have a bit more than
You
your house.
wanted to give her a response to what she's talking
Please,
about.
yeah.
It's always say a better
But,
time.
but,
better
but
time.
I'll give you a response.
Davido.
I'll give you a response to
Sit
what
in
you
the
just said.
middle.
Okay.
But you said that this question you said, this is something that is usually asked often. Like, what do
you
we
have
that
in
are
your
the good girls? How do we, and we can't get guys. We are, same set of guys, right? But yeah, the thing, there's something someone, a senior colleague used to say, like, look, women that are wives, right? Women that are wives get snapped up like this.
It's a lie.
Listen.
Wait, let him land.
In 2025, it's hard.
Listen.
Let him
I know
land.
many good
Women,
girls have been going
please,
through it.
Please, this is very important. Women that are wives.
Please.
It's very important.
Jot
Emphasis
things
Where's the
down.
camera? Look, just you.
Jot things down.
Yes, yes.
Women that
Yes.
are wives, they don't have a problem getting men to settle down with. You know why? Here's the thing. Emphasis on their wives, meaning because you have to even be a wife before you get married.
Exactly.
I think that's the foundation. You have to, because when the Bible even say, "He that findeth a wife,"
Find
a good thing.
it meaning even from your father's house, you are a wife.
The man must have seen everything before he cleared all the boxes have been ticked.
Do you understand? From your father's house, you are even a wife. And here's the thing, because I have this, I have like about 8 sisters, if you want to put them together, right? And I have these discussions with them. I'm like, look, if you're actually taught to be a wife from the house, if you are taught to be a wife, you will know what to look out for.
Exactly.
Choosing
Amen.
a potential mate.
All for man.
No, that is very key, because here's the thing. I was having a discussion with you off camera. Like, okay, what do you think women, what are the top 3 things, if I even ask you as a woman, what are the top 3 things you look out for if you want to choose a potential partner, future partner? What are the 3 things you say, okay, these are like my non-negotiables. Others we can, maybe we go around it. But these are like the top 3 things like this man has to have. Because I think that's the number 1 problem. Women, they are very terrible, horrible at selection.
Even men too.
Horrible at selection. Right? So
I've seen a man that said 2 things. That the only 2
When you
things
pass
he
your
wants
point,
from
I
a
want to say
woman.
something.
I've seen a man that said he only wants 2 things from a woman. You need to be able to very well. That's all he wants. You must be able to. No, you must be very good.
But
in
answer
bed.
that question. But
And
that's the question for you.
It's only 2 things he wants to. You must be very good in bed, and you must at least have a certain knowledge about God. He does not want an atheist. So he's not necessarily saying you need to go to church.
That's his standard,
It's just,
isn't it?
That shows you that men's requirements are very minimum. Like, very easy to please a man. What do you mean useless?
It's from only your school
What
of
do you
thought.
mean?
That means you
From the
I
school of
will
thought.
tell you that men are very simple creatures.
Because that's
Very
what
simple.
I'm
You
really
want a
for.
wife that the only thing is no.
Because
no,
man,
And so, yes, you want to nag. What's that? What's
That
that?
is something
And
that you
so-
can only tell that he's on the road. So
Please,
that
let me-
road is a road to
let me-
destruction.
let me
How
tell you.
how so?
He must be away from your
How
ability
do you
to
come to
wind
that
your waist.
conclusion?
How do you come?
Where's the character?
What do you see?
Where is the
Here's the
character?
thing.
What do you mean, where's the
Here's
character?
the thing. When,
There's no character
when it's,
What do you mean with
listen,
character?
Character is the winding of
You
waist.
can have character and know how to knack. But these things don't go. These things, they can go in tandem.
See,
Please, let's
see.
not even
Oh
try
my
and touch it.
Yes, now.
Oh
See,
my goodness.
see. This particular it's good that I don't want to lose this train of thought. This
But ask her a question.
No,
If you can
she will
provide an
respond. She
answer.
will respond to your question. This sentence that you're talking about, the man having a request. It is from your own school of thought that you are feeling that it's a useless request.
Exactly.
That's the man's school of thought.
But if a woman says that, you will come
I
for the
want to say
woman.
something. I want to
If
say
a woman
something.
says that the kind of man she wants is rich and good in bed,
So,
you will not drag her.
so a lady told
Will
me.
you not drag her?
Because we are not the same. Men and women are different.
Hey!
We are not. We are not symbiotic.
Yes, now.
Right?
But see,
What we
I
look
want
out
us
for
to
in the
do-
opposite gender,
Okay, hold
what
on.
a man looks out
So
for,
why are you calling
and what a
women
man
for
looks out
wanting
for,
rich
they're
men?
different.
Rich all that can
We
answer.
don't. I just told you something right now that I can never, even in my life, call a woman a gold digger, for example.
Okay.
He said so. He
See,
did say so.
I live by what I preach. I can't say, okay, because it's in their
This is where
innate
you're getting
nature.
it wrong.
It's their,
Okay.
No, it's in
But
their
this is where
innate
you're
nature
getting
to
it
want
wrong.
it, right? It's not about wanting, you can actually want what you want. I can want 10 billion naira in my account today. But do I have it?
Okay, so-
that's another.
A personal experience,
Richie,
a personal
go ahead.
experience that I have.
Richie, go ahead.
A lady told me because of the fact that the lady goes to Jehovah's Witness.
Hey.
You understand? She goes to Jehovah's Witness. I'm mother
Richie,
is
no
Jehovah's
even be
Witness.
hesitate
You
to call
understand?
them out.
I never seen those people in a
You
long
understand?
while.
So she goes to Jehovah's Witness. Her parents.
Laptop back, don't finish for back.
Then they have. I must pass this point. Where's my camera,
Pass it,
please?
pass it,
Where's my
pass it,
camera?
pass it.
Yes. So the lady goes to Jehovah's Witness and her both parents are actually even separated at the moment.
Wow.
So you understand? So she thought say, maybe she feel watch out. She thought say the reason why their parents separated was because of the fact that her mother insisted that the children must go to Jehovah's Witness. That I hope I don't have a problem with her children, not our children, her children going to Jehovah's Witness. Say because that is her only deal breaker. she's beautiful. I like
And
her.
she wants to marry someone that is not Jehovah's Witness.
So she now, she says she tried to be with Jehovah's Witness people, but it does not work. But she wants to be in a relationship.
She's silly. Very silly.
The most people are saying are silly.
So me,
Someone that's supposed to be under you, detecting for you,
Under you.
So me now, with being
Women
who
are
I am,
under
me
men.
being who I am, or be, let's say, during the heat of the moment, I said, okay, I can actually go into a relationship with a lady that goes to Jehovah's Witness, and my children can go to the same church, no problem. When I sat down after some 2 weeks and thought about it, I was like, this doesn't
Able
make
to
sense.
keep
You are
it.
like someone.
If my brother is
this doesn't
saying
make
this.
sense. This doesn't make sense. So, even through the course of the relationship, this is what she wants as a person. And I told her that this is not something that I can do. Then if before that thing led to the end of our relationship, she now brought up another one pertaining to this is what broke the relationship. If
He broke the camel's
he
back.
broke the camel's back. This one, I stood my feet on the ground, and the fact that Jehovah's Witness thought
Normally
entered
your
my head.
feet, they did
Eh,
now.
that Jehovah's Witness thought don't enter my head. I was like, this relationship
fair.
cannot work. She said, when we're in a relationship, are you going to give me password to your now that we're in a relationship, for instance, so are you going to give me your password to your phone, and then I'll give you the password to my phone so that both of us can actually have access to each other's phone, because
Transparency.
partners should not hide anything for themselves. I say no, I will not
You're
do
a
it.
red flag.
No, really, listen.
You're a
Don't
red flag.
A walking red
judge me.
flag.
Don't
Oh, yeah,
judge
wait.
me. Relax.
Let him
Listen.
land.
So I told her something. I was like, do you know that I have, because I belong to a clan. I said, I have bros that I don't even want my wife to see what my bros are telling me. I don't want my wife, because I don't want my conversation with my niggas. Sorry for using that word. To be a conversation my wife will be having in the salon.
They believe everything is all
Yeah, because
centered on
it is not about
With
cheating.
Come on.
So she was like, no, I have to
Man,
have
you have
access
to
to
I
your
want to
phone.
know if your friend is a
No, you don't
pedophile.
do that. No, don't do that.
If that's not your job.
It's none of your
Oh,
business.
Not your job.
Anyways,
Focus on
But
your
that's
job.
what ended the relationship.
Why not focus on your job?
She said if she
As
cannot
a
have access to
man,
my
I
phone.
should have access to your phone, but you have no right to have access to mine.
I don't
That is why
have
you are
access.
single. You see that your problem? That's why you're going through what you're
Who
going
told you
through.
I'm single?
I don't care. Even if you are married, you're a single married man.
You
It's
see?
okay,
No,
it's
but
okay.
yes,
What do you mean? You want to have access to your wife's phone, but you don't want to
Men
have
lead,
access to
women
your
follow.
phone.
Men
I beg,
lead,
don't blow
women
my
follow.
brain. Don't blow
I
my
have
brain.
access to your
Let's
phone.
not have access to
What?
someone's phone.
No,
So that's
no,
the
no.
genesis.
No, you're
Hey,
my
guys,
phone.
calm
I will
down.
have access to your
Where's the
phone.
God
not trust?
forbid.
But-
If I cannot access your
Calmate,
phone, you can never
calmate.
touch my phone.
Calmate, calmate.
I will have password on my phone. I have password on my WhatsApp.
Calmate,
Yes, no,
calmate.
Are you
Hold
sure?
on, saying all this
Guys,
thing, you're
hold on.
flaring up because
Hold on.
you've not met the guy yet.
Hold on.
If you meet that guy in your life,
Hold
these
on.
things that we are saying, that they come naturally to you.
Hold on.
Wow.
You will give
But
in.
there's no
You
point
will
arguing
give in.
with her right now.
You will
Hold
give
on,
in.
just let me make a point. There's no point
ahead.
arguing with her right now. Why? Because the guy, once the guy walks in, that guy, once he walks in, even you come correct.
You will shrink some of your
You
laws.
straighten out your
May we
business.
not enter a relationship from
Do you
a place of
understand?
poverty?
It is not a
This
matter
come
of
correct.
giving back to money.
This
Yes.
come correct.
The number one thing
This
men
come
provide
correct.
in a
If-
relationship
if
is
as a
leadership.
husband, you
It's
are
not
not
about
being
poverty.
transparent. You can never request for transparency from
I cannot-
your You cannot do
Hold on.
It's
that.
not it's his job to look
Transparency
after
goes
you.
both
He has
ways.
a job
And
to
I'm not
protect
looking after the man.
you. No. It's not your job to protect your
Okay,
man.
so I cannot protect the man.
No, it's
You
not
can't
your
protect
job
him.
to
So
protect
what's
your
the
man.
man's job?
It's
You
your
can't
job.
protect
Yeah.
him.
The police force, who will protect the man?
If thief come in your house and you dey go outside.
The man dey go outside.
It's his
In
job.
case of
Hey,
marriage, they go
Hey,
to
guys,
What's
guys,
your man
guys,
dey plan
guys,
right?
guys, guys, guys.
Hold
Hold on.
What if they talk?
Yes.
You are not arguing for arguing's sake.
Calmate.
not true.
Calmate,
Yes,
calmate.
already.
It's your husband's job to protect you.
Calmate.
Don't fucking protect me. Are you protecting me now?
Calm
At my
down.
age,
Why
when you
not?
protect
Hold
me?
Yes,
on,
you think
hold
you don't
on.
need protection.
What man is
You
protecting
think
me?
you don't need
What
protection.
man is-
Mr. George.
Yes, so anyways, guys, it's been an amazing conversation. I just want to get your final takes on this dating culture thing. Personally, in my opinion, I think that when something becomes a culture, it is centered around the people who are promoting it. That is the men and women alike. Whether we like it or not, whether we say women are this, whether we say men are this, at the end of the day, it takes two to tango. And that's because one person is facilitating it and the other person is involved in the facilitation. So how do we go about changing this culture? From your point of view, Ogbonge, what do you think we can do to change this culture?
What we can do is it's more or less like it's continuously schooling of people. So I think you continuously school your mind, you continuously update yourself and all that. Like I said, I will talk to the men. Men, you need to belong to a clan. Men need to just learn to stop being simp and better themselves as individuals. That's what I can say. Improve your game as an individual, especially in the dating line, dating culture and all that. In as much as you can actually have demands from women that, okay, see, keep it at a balanced level. What you're asking, can you give?
Strike balance.
Yes, you have to strike a balance. Most of the things that you're asking for a woman that is good in bed. Are you good in bed? You understand? You're asking for a woman that is God-fearing. Are you God-fearing? You understand? The things that you're asking for, can you give? And you understand? So try as much as possible to improve yourself to be a high-value man. High-value man is not tied to money alone, but money is part of it. Try as much as possible to be a high-value man so you can attract high-value people in terms of people who have the brain and the sense and the culture that you have. Because likes attract likes. Birds of the same feather flock together. So better yourself so that you can bring in better.
Actually, opposite attract, but anyway, no one.
It's no longer the same.
Anyways, what do you think, or how do you think we can change it, Ella?
I think the way the dating culture can actually change is for people to detach their minds from social media. Social media it's great, right? We have people with different opinions, but I'll tell you one thing: a lot of the opinions that you see people push out there, they don't actually act on it. It's just a lot of random people that
A lot of air, dust.
It's a lot of air, it's a lot of random talks. They don't really mean it. A lot of people say, I can never kneel down for my man, but indoors they are licking
They're
his
rolling on the
feet.
floor.
You know, same thing with men as well. So detach yourself and realize that there is social media and there's reality. Social media is a smoke screen, which I would go on to say that be more patient and intentional. If you see someone that you like, right, and the person you can see certain green flags in the person, don't let outside noise get to you. Be intentional about how you want to cut that person and how you want to date that person. I'm talking about men, I'm talking to men and I'm talking to women. Please, if it is fine dining that you want to do, go ahead. It's okay. And then for women, don't demand these things. If it comes to you naturally, please appreciate it, but don't take it as a normalcy, especially if the person is a regular 9-to-5er. So patience, lack of entitlement, and detach yourself from social media. And please be very intentional. If you want to date and actually get married, be more intentional and block the
Regular
outside
9 to 5
noise.
hour.
How about you, Vincent? Your final takes. What do you
that's what
think?
we
How
have,
do you
regular
think?
9 to
How do you
5ers.
think we can change it?
Yeah, I think although, to be honest with you, the situation is terrible, but it's not beyond repair.
It's not beyond repair.
First off, to the ladies, you actually need to realize that there is hierarchy to things. There is an hierarchy. You might not like it, might not sound really nice.
It's not sound
but,
pleasant.
You know, that's divine command. There is an hierarchy to how things are structured. Even amongst men, in the community of men even have hierarchy within themselves.
Yes.
Talk more of female male dynamic. So there is hierarchy. Men lead, women follow. No two ways about that. Call me all the names you want in the book. I really don't give. This is what I genuinely think, right? And you also need to realize that look, attraction is asymmetrical, meaning we don't like the same things. Men are attracted to different things. Women are attracted to different things. That is the opposite that attracts. We don't like the same thing, right? Men, like I used to say, men are success objects. That's how we are viewed by the world. The world look at us, okay, you have the most money, you have the most cars, you have the bigger house, you get the bigger, or the most women. That is how we are. Now, women look for different things. Men also look for different things in a relationship. We don't just like the same thing, right? The earlier you understand that as a woman, the better for you really. So that you don't start coming up with all this, oh, if a man can do this, how about, why can't a woman do it too? No, you cannot do it too. Why? Because you might say it's unfair, but come on, the world is unfair. There are things, there are privileges that are apportioned to each of us based on our sex or gender, right? So we just need to know our place, follow hierarchy, right? Please, we are not reinventing anything here. Just these things people have maintained steady, stable relationships in time past, married for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. How did they do it? Why? Because there was order, there was hierarchy, and there was leadership. Irrespective of how much you make as a woman, I don't want to know if you are the richest woman in the world. If you get in with me tomorrow, you follow my lead. You are under my tutorship, my leadership. That is how it is. Right? Men lead, women follow.
Yes.
Please,
That's all right. Thank you very much. So in my opinion, personally, I feel like when it comes to this dating culture thing, we just need to have a bit of a reset, right? And you see, sometimes they say charity begins at home. And unfortunately, that has changed over time because our school of thought or our basis of education has shifted from the home to the online space. Do you understand? And because of that, we have sort of missed the fundamentals, right? And when you do that, you need to have a bit of a reset. We had a conversation the other day about, realities and owning your realities. At the end of the day, know that what is obtainable to you is not obtainable to the next person. What you want for yourself, how you see yourself, is not the way another person sees themselves. So when two different people from two different ideologies tend to meet, chances are that there will be issues. So we need to now go back to the core values, because people don't even know what their values are. And if you do not have values that you uphold as an individual, how then do you then go out to pursue a partner? You are lost. So my solution to this is sit back, reset, and go back to what is the basics. At the end of the day, we're still Pyjamas Banter in the building. It's been a lovely time with you guys.
Thank you.
On this episode, there are different merchandise that we are displaying. And don't forget that you can order your merch via our Instagram page at Pyjamas Banter. And don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. And really and truly, if you see any merch that you like and you want to place an order and you use the code PJB001, you get a 10% discount because George says so. Thank you very much, and it's a wrap.
Thank you so much.
Pyjamas Banter.